This episode of Clear Shots is brought to you by Pinecast.com. Pinecast.com is an easy-to-use podcast hosting site that lets you post your show to the leading podcast platforms, including Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and more. Their free plan works for short-form podcasts, and their cheapest plan is only $5 a month. With Pinecast, you'll get access to unlimited episodes, unlimited storage, unlimited bandwidth, accurate analytics, and a website creator. Sign up for Pinecast today using the promo code R-63F8FB to get 40% off your first 4 months. That helps us out as well when you use that code. If you have a podcast or are thinking about starting a podcast, there's no better place to do it than Pinecast.com. Again, visit Pinecast.com and use the code R-63F8FB to get 40% off your first 4 months. Today on the show we have my brother Sean. He's been on here before a couple times. We kind of threw it together last minute. We also wanted to try out a new camera. It's Brian's camera, actually. And figured we'd give it a shot. If you see a video when the podcast starts, obviously it worked. And if you don't, then obviously it didn't. We also finally got approved on iHeartRadio. So if you listen on there, you can check us out on iHeartRadio now. Other than that, I think we did like maybe an hour and a half at the most. It's kind of a short episode. But either way, enjoy.
Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot. Don't give him clear shot.
Yeah, did the Angels win the other night or no?
They did win.
Did they? That was a long fucking game.
They're like right at the wild card fucking spot. Like they might make the playoffs, but they need to start just be on constantly winning. They're like a team that always is just off the wild card spot.
They're like the Lions.
Yeah. Yep. It's a tough division too, though.
Who's in the division? Houston.
The
Right?
Astros and shit.
That's it.
The Rangers.
The
Athletics.
And
I mean, it's like
the Twins. No. Seattle
Mariners. Yeah, but Seattle's in front of us too. I think.
Yeah, they were.
I don't know. It's fucked. That fucking. I feel like in baseball, if you get a wild card spot, you're still gonna get knocked out of the playoffs. Like it's harder in baseball to be a wild card team. Like in football, it's like, oh, you would just win fucking 4 games. It's like then I mean that's doable. But in baseball, you got to win series.
We talked about this.
It's definitely harder to be a wild card team.
It's more fun though.
Yeah, it is because then you're the underdog.
Yeah, the best part is that the wild card game happens, and then it's what? Isn't it the next day or 2 days later is when your series starts? So if you're the wild card team, you're at sort of an advantage because if you win, you know who you're going to be playing, and the team that you're going to be playing only gets 1 day really to prepare for you. I mean, you probably have a ton of notes and tape on each other anyway.
Right.
But last year, even though the Yankees only made it, I mean, they were basically 1 inning away from making it to the World Series in a rebuilding year. That was the most exciting playoff I've seen in years because winning the wild card game, coming back against Jesus Christ,
The Yankees.
how can I not think of the name? Cleveland, coming back against Cleveland, down 2-0, winning 3 games in a row, and then being down 2-0. Winning 3 in a row, and then losing 2 in a row. That kind of sucked. Because Verlander's not fair.
Verlander is not fair. It's weird because he gets on little runs where he's not. He's average. But then when he's fucking good, he's ridiculously good. But he drops off every once in a while. It's weird. I just can't wait for football season. Shit starts in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I already put in for my fantasy football draft off, so you know what's coming.
Yeah.
I'm fucking excited.
That's when I get excited, when I put in for a day of work.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, fucking. I came in third last year. My dad won it. So now this year, I'm trying to
you
not
have
come in
to-
third,
you
and I'm
have
trying to
to
make
win
sure
it.
my dad doesn't win it all.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't usually pay too much attention to the season until it's like almost
Postseason.
over with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have like playoff parties like every weekend of the playoffs. There's people over here,
I come to them, I know.
especially if like
The Packers.
Packers or the Cowboys are in.
Especially if they're both playing against each other.
Yeah. What year was that? No,
The
2
past, it was
2
2
years
years
ago,
ago
right?
and the year before that.
Yeah,
Because I was
it was the
here last year for it.
divisional game.
No, I wasn't here the last time for it. You guys were living at Seneca last time when
Yeah, it was.
the Des No Catch game.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Because I left. I went home after that. And then the one after that with Dak when Rodgers threw that ridiculous pass to Jared Cook. That was at my house.
Oh, the Hail Mary.
Yeah. Sam Janey was there. He
Was
got
that the-
fucking tilted.
Which
We
one
got-
was that? Because he's done it so many. He did the
threw
one
it-
against the Lions.
No, it was the one. It wasn't a Hail Mary. It was the one he threw to Jared Cook, and like Rodgers was all the way to the right, and he threw across his body like a whole.
Oh
dart.
yeah, and he caught it on the sideline.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, I remember that.
We were hanging out for the Cardinals game.
Oh yeah, that was
That Hail Mary, and then Larry Fitzgerald does a Larry Fitzgerald thing.
that was like a kick return or some shit. Or no, it was just like a
It was
slant.
it was a screen or not a yeah, it was a slant route.
He just fucking
caught it, juked out one dude, and then he was all of a sudden he was 22 again, and he just ran all the way down the field. oldest guy between both teams,
Yep.
outruns everybody. Fuck football, dude.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So yeah, he's been playing Destiny.
How's that going?
Primarily, I guess. I would say. Pretty good for the most part.
It's so weird now because they have this event where you get this armor that you get it from the tower, and basically they give you like this shitty version of it and you have to upgrade it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you upgrade it twice, it's like it's higher power than any gear in the game. So
Yeah.
literally you could start playing today and grind that gear for maybe like a week
A week, yeah.
and be max level.
That's fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
But the reason they want to do it is because they're putting the max level up to like 600. And right now it's like with that gear it's like 405.
Yeah.
So they're going
400.
what they want you to do is buy Forsaken when it comes out. Cuz that's what they're going to do is bump the max level up to 600.
That's
They're
what
thinking
makes-
like if everybody fucking grinds out this gear, they're going to be fucking super high power and then no one's going to even want to really play. They're going to want to buy the expansion.
That's how Diablo is too.
Yeah.
I remember when was it Diablo?
Probably. Diablo 3?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if Diablo, if Reaper of Souls changed the level cap. I don't think it did.
I don't even know. I've played like maybe 10 minutes of Diablo 2. I have it on the computer. I really haven't played much of it at
It
all.
looked cool.
I don't know. You kind of get lost in shit. It's weird. Because you can't really see any of the map until you get to it.
Yeah, the whole map is the whole game is a fog of war.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so intense. Because
Yeah.
you'll just be walking through the forest, destroying a bunch of little imps, and then all of a sudden you turn a corner and you're fighting like a legendary mob.
Yeah. There's like no field of view whatsoever.
No.
You're only seeing like...
It's super fun,
5
like
feet around
couch
you.
co-op. That was just
I don't know
did
you
that
could do
one
that.
weekend. I bought it and I brought it over, and we sat there, played it like all night Friday and then all day and all night Saturday.
You can do 2-player co-op?
You can do 4-player
Really?
Diablo 3
That seems OP.
on the same screen. Yeah.
Wait, so you could... What do you start a character from scratch?
Mm-hmm. Everybody starts from scratch.
Dude, I feel like
and
at
then you
the,
keep going.
at the point where you're like playing 4-player, fucking on the same screen,
You can't
You-
see.
No,
You're-
it's all
you're
on
either-
one screen. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
it's like
true.
Lego Star Wars.
It's like like X-Men Legends.
Just say
or
you're
some
either
shit.
putting your console under too much stress, or you're fucking like you have no field of view. You can't see anything.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of games don't do it now.
Yeah,
Is that like graphically, it's really demanding to render
guess-
4 at a time.
I mean, it's tried to make it easier to have.
for split screen, yeah.
Yeah. Like in Halo 5, they were like, you know what, we can't do this. Like, there's no way we can have these graphics and have people have 4 fucking screens
Yeah.
and be
I remember
rendering
it was
all
even
that.
bad, like, towards the end of the PS3, with
Mhm.
Wes and I rented out of Redbox Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for
God,
PS3.
that game was so
And
bad.
we tried to play split screen, and it legitimately did not work.
I mean,
it didn't work. Like, you could load in, but the frame rate was like 12.
I never really like noticed games back then like dropping frames, but I didn't pay much attention to it because back then it didn't fucking matter. Like everything was
Back
30
then, it
frames.
was mostly
was like
like
30.
lag. That's
everything.
what I felt
yeah,
like.
yeah,
Lag was what you were pissed about.
exactly.
Now everybody has good internet,
yeah,
generally.
Yeah,
yeah.
even
for the
though
most
our
part.
local Spectrum is in some hot shit right now.
Yeah, aren't they getting booted out of the state?
They have like a day. They have like a date that they're supposed to be out.
I mean, they're supposed to. I hear they lose a shit ton of money every day because they, like, every day that they wait, they're supposed to like find someone to take their place. Is what they're supposed to do, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's such a bully move. I feel like Trump did that
That's true.
personally. He's like, you know what? Find someone else, bitch,
I think it
or
was.
get the fuck
I
out.
think it was Governor
That's
Cuomo.
how business works, though, dude.
Because fucking.
Well, it was in their contract, basically.
Well, 'cause they were fucking people over.
Yeah. Well, what it is they were supposed to like supply internet to specific areas, like X amount of new spots within X amount of years, and they haven't done it. Like they're not even like halfway through the contract.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you're fucking not doing what you
They're
said
not
you were
that
gonna
big
do.
either. Even the building is tiny as shit. It's like, dude, how many people are possibly
I mean,
working
what,
in
you don't need anything for a cable company. You really don't need that much.
I know, but apparently they're not fucking doing enough.
They're probably making it a lot of money. It's under charter, so like
Yeah.
they're fucking probably making a ton
They're
of
not
fucking
worried.
money. I mean, they bought
They
out
should
Time
be.
Warner Cable, so I would say they probably
Charter
have-
did.
Yeah.
Not
Charter
Spectrum.
did, yeah. But I would imagine they have a lot of fucking money to do that. It's Time Warner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's.
That's fucking
I
gigantic.
mean, they got fucking Time Warner has money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are saying, well, I hope Comcast doesn't take over. And it's like,
I wish Verizon would take over, dude.
yeah, that's for sure.
FiOS.
But like, my cousin Jesse has Comcast, and he tells me the Comcast is like the greatest internet he's ever had in his life. But then you have people online that are like, yeah, they charge me $100 a gigabyte. It's like, I don't know who to believe. Everybody I know personally that has Comcast loves it.
I mean, the thing is, like, anytime there's a monopoly anywhere, you're gonna get fucked over.
Yeah, that definitely sucks.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, if they could just have another company come in and force Spectrum to up their game,
Like Time Warner.
yeah, yeah. But if anytime you have two companies going head to head, it makes each other better. That's the whole thing. That's like the problem with fucking EA having the Madden license. It's
yeah.
like, you know, they don't want to the
It's
NFL
like
license.
there's that motive.
Yeah, exactly. They have
Fuck
to beat
you.
the other team. Like back when 2K was making games, they were fucking going head to head, and both games were great because they had to be better than the other. And now it's
There's-
like, well, Madden's the only game in town, so you fucking have to get that if you want a new fucking NFL game, and they don't have to do that much work.
The only sport that I think is split is soccer. They
Yeah.
have Konami has Pro Evolution Soccer. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
EA has
yeah.
FIFA. And Pro Evolution Soccer is so much better. It's not even funny.
Is it?
Oh, like, the only problem is that
I've never played
there's
either of
no-
them, really.
FIFA, it's not like FIFA as an organization owns the rights of the teams. Each company has to pay each soccer team, any club internationally, to
Right.
use their likeness. And some of them don't. They're like, nah, we don't even want you on. We don't want to be in your game.
Oh,
so
so
they'll
it's
still
like
be in
a-
the game, but they have to change the people's names, and the uniforms are the same, but they have to call them like, I think like Barcelona is in there, so Lionel Messi's in there, but Real Madrid is called like It's called like the Mid Country Mountain Men or something stupid. I don't know. The fucking crocodons.
The platypi.
Platypi.
That's goofy.
But yeah, it's good. NASCAR was like that, wasn't it? Didn't they have there were like a ton of companies making NASCAR games.
I remember.
You had NASCAR Thunder, you had regular NASCAR,
Yeah.
you had NASCAR, what was the
NASCAR
one that
Rumble.
was like NASCAR Rumble.
Fucking many Dirt to
So
Daytona.
dope.
Yeah,
Dude,
Dirt to
NASCAR
Daytona,
Rumble was
NASCAR
fucking-
Heat.
Yeah, Tony Stewart had his own game or some shit, didn't he? I don't know.
I
I think he did. I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Just
that
run
might be
people
wrong.
over.
I might. Yeah. that was a good one.
It's Tony Stewart's vehicular manslaughter. He's dressed up like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal.
I could very well be. In fact, I'm probably wrong, but
I think you. I think there was definitely one
I don't know, man.
that was. It was like a. There was like a.
We had a
pit
bunch
crew.
of them.
There was like a pit crew game or some weird.
They had
shit.
some shit for the computer too. They had a bunch of them for the PC.
So the Yankees have 2 guys on base. They're down by 2.
Bottom of the ninth. They'll
Bottom of
probably,
the 9th.
They'll probably pull through.
Yeah, man. I don't
So
know.
is.
Like there aren't. I'm playing UFC 2 again. Every time I play, I learn something new.
Fuck
So I
those
make a new
games.
guy and I start over again.
Fuck those games.
Like literally every time I play, I'll play a character through like 30 to 35 fights, retire, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna make a new guy and specialize in this.
Yeah.
I just discovered that you can do submissions when you're sprawling, and that's the most overpowered bullshit I've ever
What do you mean
found.
from the top sprawl?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And it
like a
just ends
guillotine,
it.
or you can.
Peruvian necktie, dude.
Well,
That's
can't
all-
you like go like backside control and then like you could rear naked choke from there or whatever?
Yeah, there was one. I did a backside control, and I unlocked a move, or I had a move that I didn't know, where you hold LB, and you push the stick, and it makes your guy flip and then stand up and go right into a double leg takedown. So I go from being on my back, and I flip over, stand back up, and then slam the guy down. And by the time you finish all the gates, all of the moves or whatever, the other guy has no stamina left, and you just beat him into a pulp.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? So you have a takedown from being on the ground.
Yeah,
In one motion?
on my back. No, it's 2 separate
Oh,
moves.
okay.
You do the one to transition to the top, and then you go immediately. Like you just hold it in that direction, and it keeps going.
Oh,
So I guess it is one move.
The only thing that bothered me about that game was, dude, like when you were in a submission, you weren't in charge of like how fast you could get out. You kind of just had to like hold the stick or
You had to,
whatever,
like,
and just
guess.
had to wait for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to do it at the right time, and
yeah. It's.
I guess that's not that bad. But
Bases loaded.
I
Bottom of
don't.
the 9th.
I don't remember what it was like in. What was it like in Undisputed? It was similar, wasn't it? I don't even remember in the Undisputed.
I don't remember
games.
doing submissions that often. Because I remember you could unlock, if you beat certain fighters or did their challenges, you could unlock signature moves. And I exclusively used John Jones's spinning back fist.
Shit, I can't remember how it worked. It's hard. I mean, it's such a weird. It's a sport that like requires every part of the body, so you have to be able to control every limb in some way. So it's
Right.
like that's a hard sport to like set up a control scheme for, because there's so much shit like on the ground too, like grappling wise.
yeah,
It's like if you did a Brazilian jiu-jitsu video game, like the controls would just be difficult to
Oh
do.
yeah, the UFC Undisputed 3 was the fucking octagon that the person doing the submission is the outline, and you have to chase the person through. See,
Oh yeah, you have to like cover it up or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, I remember that being way easier.
I think that is easier. But because in this you have to cover it, but then you also have to hit the left stick. You have to like flick it a certain direction to transition or whatever.
And then there's certain ones where you can transition to a different submission.
yeah,
is
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
I don't know.
it's just about like learning the animation and just
Yeah.
fucking timing it. Right.
That game's really about that because like when you want to counter a transition, you have to know like what they're going for.
Oh.
So like if they're pushing, like if they're in guard and they push their right leg, you have to flick to the right side to defend it.
Yeah. I just discovered how to fucking defend in the clinch. Remember how I was bitching about that? How I get in the clinch and I take one knee? You have to hold like both block buttons and then push the right stick in the way that they're attacking from. Your controller starts vibrating and then that's when you actually start blocking. And I was like, that's the only time in the game where the controller vibrates as you're blocking. So I thought I was doing something wrong.
Did
So I
they
never
even?
did it.
Just got scared off of that.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit. I'm
I don't even
trolling.
remember them saying that in the. I went through all the tutorials, and it's weird because it's different when you're in the game. Like they don't
Yeah,
show you the
it's-
same shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those games are like I said. I think the controls are like the barrier.
It's restricted as fuck, for sure. Yeah.
'Cause you
and like
got-
somebody who hasn't
nothing
ever
like
played
real.
those games,
it's impossible.
yeah,
'Cause
to
you
come
got-
in and just figure it out.
You got each ABXY. Each one of those is a different part of your body.
I mean, the striking at least you can figure it out pretty quick. I mean, I would
They have
imagine.
combos that you can do?
yeah,
like-
but you have to figure them out basically.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
okay.
like you really have
But
to
it's
figure
like
out what flows together.
Holding left trigger is one set of moves.
Yeah,
Left
Oh,
bumper
yeah.
is another set, and then not holding either is another set, and then holding both is another set, and then you have all of that, and then also going forward or going backward.
hmm
You have like fucking.
there's a lot of moves.
You have like I think it's like 18 moves per. 12 moves per button.
yeah.
Like per button. That's fucked. And then you got to learn how to parry and counter all your takedown. It's fucking complicated.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like somebody who's never played it is going to come in and just get their ass beat by anyone who's played it for like an hour.
Yeah,
Because it's there's a skill gap for
and
sure.
that's the thing too, is it takes maybe an hour to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
it's.
But that's
I
to
don't know.
pick it up like the basics. It's so fucking hard.
I don't know. They're just too competitive. It's like another Mortal Kombat. I play it for fucking so long, and then I'm just like, the 1v1 shit's just.
I think the
driving me nuts
casual.
here.
I think casual
Gotta go-
fans just play that knockout mode or whatever, where it's only striking.
Yeah.
It's basically just kickboxing is all it is.
Yeah.
Which
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
I guess that's pretty much what they made it for, is just so people can knock each other out. That's what the casual fucking players are playing for anyway.
Yeah.
That or the event mode. Whenever I played with Dan, that's all
Yeah,
we
you
do.
can set
It'd
up
be cool
the
to play
whole
online,
thing.
though. I'd
Yeah.
like to do that.
You could create pay-per-views and then fight through them.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's dope.
The online isn't
Well,
bad.
can't you? You can do like they have curated ones too. Like, say there's an event coming up, you can play through that fight card.
And they also have historic cards that you can play too.
hmm Like UFC 100 and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. My big thing is I don't like the rosters are just garbage. They spend way too much time putting so many people in the game that like nobody's gonna use. You know, who the fuck's gonna fight as Chad Mendez? His sister? No, she's fighting as Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Chad Mendez buys a copy of UFC for his dad. Goes to play with him, instantly picks
Yeah.
Roger Federer. Doesn't even pick a fucking actual
Goes right
fighter.
past him.
Goes to the character creator and makes Bill Goldberg
Deletes him.
immediately. Creates Eric Andre. Plays as Eric Andre. I
Terry
like
Green.
I like Chad Mendez, dude. He's a good wrestler. It's just he's not that well rounded.
I fucking ruin him every time because last night I was drunk and I was playing and I had to fight. Okay, I don't get this. The one thing I haven't played UFC 3, so I don't know if they fixed it or not. But with UFC 2, it's really stupid the way that how they decide whether or not you can do a championship fight in the career mode. So I'm playing through. My guy's like, he's 15-0. And I had to fight Jose Aldo. Or no, first I had to fight Chad Mendez, and he was the number 2. And I beat him first round, got fight of the night. And I'm like, alright. And then my next fight is Jose Aldo. And I beat Jose Aldo in like the third or fourth round. Third round. I knocked him out. Very last round.
That's realistic.
Knocked him out.
Yeah. Typical.
And then the next challenge, it was like, I think it was Jeremy Stevens. And then on that card, Conor McGregor is fighting Jose Aldo. Even though I just kicked his ass. And then the next one, Conor McGregor was fighting Chad Mendez. And like each,
So there's no recovery time
yeah,
at all.
each dude that I was beating was immediately going to fight Connor, and the game was putting me on
like
that
a fucking week later.
like on that card. It was so stupid, and it took like I was the #1 contender for like 6 straight fights before it let me fight Conor McGregor.
Well, you would think with a roster big enough, they would just be able to spread those out. You know what I mean? It's not like a WWE game where the guy fucking.
Well, I
can
just
come in
think it's
next
stupid
week.
that like, and then you'll be the champion, and then you'll fight a guy, and it'll be like the 11th ranked fighter in your division, and it's like, why am I fighting this guy?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
playing fucking Hang Time. You just get the Grizzlies every time.
Yeah.
You can't play against any other fucking team besides the Vancouver Grizzlies. It was such bullshit, dude.
The Chicago Bulls.
Dude, they literally just struck out the last 3 batters with the bases loaded.
Did they?
That's fucking retarded.
Clutch move. Clutch move.
I don't know, dude. There needs to be games that like people care about, like putting time into and shit. Now, like there's nothing good. I feel like the 360 was still better than like the one, like the next gen. I don't know, dude. I like
think we're just more
the graphics, the frame rate, and the
I
shit.
think we're just more cynical now.
Or just we're like getting used to this fucking newer shit, and we're getting more greedy and shit.
Thing is, like, I bought Star Wars Battlefront 2 yesterday because it was $9. I was like, that's like the price of a Calio, so I'm getting that.
Otherwise,
Is it still $9?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm buying it.
Immediately I got it. I played the campaign all day. It was actually not half bad, really. And what's cool is that...
is it the same game?
Is
same
it the
everything?
old one or the new one?
the brand new Battlefront
I thought
2.
they remade it. They made another one. It's completely
No, they
new.
did.
Yeah, it came
Yeah.
out last Christmas.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I didn't know it was new.
They
was a
made 2 new
remake.
ones.
It's real. It's really...
Okay, they did. Yeah.
I mean, the thing about that game is that it's very polished, and it really is a good game. Like, and as much as people shit on it because there's microtransactions. And there are a lot of microtransactions.
But I feel like if you get enough people bitching about that, like, didn't they do anything about it?
They did. I think they
Say.
removed loot boxes for like a certain amount of time.
They were
or
getting
some
shit for that. Like
They changed it so the only thing you get is cosmetics, I think. Because
So
they
you get,
originally
like-
made it so
You
could,
get like emotes and shit
Yeah.
basically now.
they
That's all I
originally
got.
made it so you couldn't even play as like Darth Vader. You had
Yeah.
to buy Darth Vader.
Yeah. Just from finishing the campaign, I got a whole bunch of emotes and shit, or a bunch of crates, and they were all emotes and credits.
Fuck
So
it.
that it looked good so far.
For
I
buying
haven't
the game
seen
for
anything.
$10, you might as well buy Darth Vader.
Yeah, if you have gold, it's $9 fucking bucks.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like,
That's
"That's
disgusting.
Absolutely, I'm
Is
I'm
buying it
absolutely
right
doing
now.
that." And it was
Does
it
it
was
start
worth it 'cause
downloading?
Yeah,
no, well,
you
if
can.
you're- if
you have
your
like
Xbox
your
is
if my Xbox was here,
You got that shit going
you
through.
had to be on the same Wi-Fi.
Do you?
Yeah,
I think if your Xbox has like auto downloads, background downloads setting like on, and if your Xbox is in like standby mode or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like
does it.
that's a circumstance that's kind of rare, though.
Mine's always on standby. Just
I don't
because
leave my Xbox on all the time, though.
Me neither.
I like to give
No,
it a
I
it's
break.
put it on
not.
energy saver,
Especially
too.
where
Yeah.
mine is. Mine like doesn't have a lot of
Ventilation.
ventilation rooms behind or around it. So
I mean, you can add it to your queue so that it starts as soon as you turn on your Xbox.
Yeah, I got to delete a bunch of stuff. I know that because Rise: Son of Rome is on Game Pass, and I wanted to check it out.
It's okay. I mean, it's not anything special.
Yeah, I heard
But-
it's like really good looking. Like it just
Yeah. It's kind of fun. I mean, it's like
isn't it just
it's
like
a one-time play for
yeah,
sure.
it's like a hack and slash, right?
Yeah. It's not bad. I
I
mean,
was thinking
it's,
of just like
it's worth playing it.
get baked, play that.
Yeah. It's cool. You can do some cool like combinations and shit, but it's really just a cinematic sort of thing. But Battlefront 2 is really polished and like it feels good. And the heroes and shit, there's every era from Star Wars is in it too. So you can play
I
like
saw the
you can play like the fucking droidicas if you want to.
the whole inside Droideka joke. Holy fuck! Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. This, yeah. I liked. I played the fucking. I don't know if it was the beta for the first one
yeah.
or something
Yeah.
a while ago. And the second one must be just like the first one was smooth as fuck. All the fucking like
And it runs,
FPS
dude.
is fucking beautiful.
It's a great looking game. Like it's one of the
Yeah.
best looking games I've seen.
That's what I was just gonna say,
And
dude.
it runs at 60 frames consistently. Like it's a really well.
And not to mention the map size and the team sizes and shit. They're huge.
Yeah, they're good games. It's people just really shit on them because of those. It's the weird microtransactions.
Because they're broke as fuck. Because it's not fucking payday.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter though. You don't want to be spending. I don't like to do microtransactions either.
Yeah.
Like,
But the way it is now, it seems like I have everything unlocked, like as far as all the heroes and shit. So
yeah.
I mean, it's cool. Kylo Ren is in it, and fucking
Usually
Han
it's like
Solo, young Han Solo's in it. I was scrolling through the menus, and it was like Donald Glover was there. Or, what's he, young Calrissian or whatever there, Lando. I was like, that's Donald Glover. What the fuck? The character models look really good.
That's
like,
great.
There's nothing to complain about graphically in that game. Like, there really isn't.
I mean, for the price of a Calio, you
And-
can't go
yeah,
wrong.
Exactly.
You just go without a Calio for another
Yeah, I was
day.
gonna say until it's
Yeah.
dinner time, you're fucking.
Yeah, you can't eat a digital download. That's a good point.
It's whatever. You just go to
Yeah.
sleep and your metabolism shuts down for a couple hours. Then when you wake up, you're really hungry.
So what's that Amazon catering thing all about? Because I looked at that. I was on Amazon and I was looking up like some I don't know why the fuck I was looking for like granola bars and shit on fucking Amazon. It's like they can't go
I
bad
need a
that
granola
fast.
bar
You can
right
send
now,
them,
so-
dude. You can send them if you want to. So like they have like a catering thing. It says like they're like wicked cheap. Everything's wicked cheap. But it says like catering or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You have to pay for an extra Amazon service to
It's
get
probably like super fast shipping, I would imagine.
food. I just thought it'd be creative, like
There's
just try
probably
and buy
timed-
something I can eat off.
There's
fucking
probably
Amazon.
timed shipping too. Like, say you have an event coming up and you fucking you want
Order
to
ice
deliver it
cream,
on
order a
certain
half gallon
day.
of ice cream on Amazon.
Yeah. Well, you can get there is like Amazon like grocery things where you get like a virtual box and like a virtual cart or something, and you like fill up that box.
By volume, right?
Yeah, and then you can order your groceries to your house.
That's badass.
I'm sure like a drone drops it off. Or
Yeah,
some
but then it's
shit
like you don't know
waves at
which fucking strawberries you're getting though. You know, you don't know like
Right.
which ones are good. Which you have to pick that shit
Yeah,
out.
they're probably super GMO fucking strawberries.
Yeah, just giving you whatever the fuck's on top. Like fuck you.
There's like
They just grab them with their bare hands, like
You know anything
Fuck
about
this guy,
my? I
start
need
throwing
my
them in the-
nutrients, man. Come on.
lit cigarette in hand,
yeah. Fuck this idiot.
ashing on the fucking berries, dude.
Fucking
Yeah.
strawberries. Constantly bitching about his job. How his job is to move strawberries with his bare hands.
Oh, dude, I watched Sausage Party the other day
Yeah, I
for
saw that
for
a
the
while
third
back.
time ever, and
Nice.
I like that movie, dude.
It's okay. I didn't find it like hilarious. Like everybody, because I was working at the movies at the time, and everybody was talking about how fucking hilarious it was. I was like, okay, I guess I have to see it. And then it was just like, it was all right.
Yeah,
like it was
exactly.
basically exactly what you'd expect. Like a lot of stupid fucking.
Dude,
like,
I don't know. When people hype things up too much to me, like that's when it gets bad though.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it's just like, ah.
yeah.
I
that's the
heard
problem.
so much about this.
Have
What
you
the fuck?
seen
Then
Sausage
expecting-
Party?
No, but I'm like in moments like that though. I'm expecting everything to be fucking perfect. You know what I mean? I walk in there, fucking like I got my big gulp.
Yeah.
I'm ready, dude.
You
But
brought a big gulp from 7-Eleven to the movie theater.
But
Yeah, I heard
dude.
this movie's gonna be good, so I got a big gulp.
But you got to be ready for shit like that, dude.
I just felt like that was a lot
Just
of like
bring a soda stream.
there was a lot of corny like sex jokes and shit. Like it was kind of just.
The last
I
time,
felt like a lot of it was cheap. You know,
yeah,
like
the first time I watched it was at the theater. The second time I watched it was with a bunch of buddies, and then the third time I watched it alone. And I realized how fucking hokey it is and how
Yeah.
preachy it gets, talking about how religion is stupid
yeah.
and all this other stuff. It's just like,
I felt like a lot of it was like forced.
yeah.
And it was just weird that it was like this animated fucking like it looks like a kids movie, but it's like
Yeah, and then it's fucking
heard of it.
the orgy I thought was absolutely hilarious.
yeah, that was fucking,
And the D-Day scene was fucking hilarious. Nick Kroll as the giant douche was hilarious.
yeah, he was pretty good. It's got a good cast. I mean, I'm not mad at the cast.
I like that Edward Norton talks like this, and he's a bagel. He's a Jewish bagel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen. It was on Netflix a while ago.
It's back.
Is it back?
Yeah, they took it off for a month.
I don't know why the fuck they do that. You never know when they're taking shit off and when they're putting shit on.
Yeah, you know what they should do is have like a thing that opens, like pops up when you first open Netflix, and shows you like all the updates. Like this is what we added,
True.
even just a list. This is what we added. This
Constantly
is what
doing
was
it, too.
removed.
It's like almost every day, isn't it?
Yeah, because like things that are on your
It's like
list, like your
weekly,
queue.
right?
Huh. There's quite a lot on Netflix.
Yeah,
I
I
love
know.
when stuff gets taken off, and then when it gets put back on, it goes back into your list.
Does it?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Like, so if it was on your list before,
Well, because they, it's all like they basically have the same file.
I was
Like,
gonna
they have
say
it
that.
under the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah. They don't have to take it off.
Right. They just. I mean, they do a lot of times. It's
I guess.
licensing things. Like what they'll do is they'll sign a contract, dude. It's so weird because Netflix has
you just got really excited.
this weird fucking
Yeah.
like effect that I've seen. It's everything I watch on Netflix. Like when I binge watch it, like fucking 70s show was first. It went to Comedy Central. It got a Comedy Central deal. I started watching The Office. It got a Comedy Central deal. I watched what just got a Comedy Central deal.
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman just got a Comedy Central deal. I feel like Comedy Central watches the fuck out of Netflix statistics and fucking just scoops up whatever they can.
They have to, dude.
But
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure Netflix is pretty like airtight about their fucking stats.
The only thing that they've ever said that I remember them saying, and I had to believe it, was that in America, so many people on Netflix watch Adam Sandler movies.
Uh-huh.
They're the most watched thing in Netflix is anything Adam Sandler related. So many Adam Sandler movies get watched that it's as if every single Netflix account is watching 3 of them a month.
Oh my god.
That's how
Well, they
often
probably
people
are.
are watching Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Or he's just like in everything. Like
He is on everything on
Yeah.
Netflix. If you type in Adam Sandler on Netflix, you're
There's
gonna
like
get
20 things that pop up.
yeah.
It's gross.
But yeah, it's
Unless you
fucking
spell it
hilarious. I read that and I'm like, that makes sense. Because all of his movies are going straight to Netflix.
I just
now.
found it so weird that every time I would go to fucking Comedy Central, it was shit that I had been watching on Netflix all the time.
Maybe-
All of a sudden. And none of that shit was on there before.
No.
Like all of a sudden they're like, hey, let's sign 70 Show. Let's sign, maybe they have a direct connection to my
But is there like a
fucking
certain
Netflix
amount
account.
they can't put any more on their? They completely
They only
maxed
get like
it.
the earlier seasons, right? At least for BoJack, they're only getting the first 3 seasons.
And I wonder how many
would
shows
imagine.
and movies total are on Netflix. That was a number, like
They also, oh yeah, I don't know.
probably a couple thousand.
They also wouldn't, like when the new season of BoJack Horseman comes out, if there is one, which I imagine there will be, it will go straight to Netflix and Comedy Central won't have it. It's
Yeah.
not going to premiere on Comedy Central. It's a
Fuck no.
Netflix original. That's one of the first Netflix originals I've seen go to TV.
It is the first.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I've never seen that happen before. But I mean,
It's funny that you look at it though and you think, wow, that sucks for BoJack.
It
It's
sucks
going
for-
on cable.
well, it sucks for cable is what it sucks for.
Yeah.
Because now they're like, well, we don't have anything, so we're just buying shit off of Netflix because they're dominating us,
They
Yeah.
are too.
and they are. That Netflix
so
actually
cheap,
is
dude, compared to-
most internet bandwidth that goes out right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
is Netflix.
Guaranteed.
Like most of it, like
Yeah.
I'd say
Very
upwards
well.
of 75%.
oh yeah. It took over, dude. It's
Like,
so
it's just-
fast.
Dude, Blockbuster
When
fucking
did-
blew it.
Yeah,
So
they did.
hard.
Blockbuster started doing the same thing, didn't they? They
Yeah,
had like a
and
streaming
then they
service.
wanted to do a merger. They wanted to call it Blockbuster Netflix. Like, have
Oh,
them
okay.
together. And
That's-
Blockbuster's like, fuck you, we'll do it on our own. Netflix is like, alright, cool, enjoy managing all your stores.
Yeah, they should have called
You
it
have to pay for.
Netbuster or
Blockflix. And it's just movies remade in Roblox.
Bust Flicks.
Oof!
It says Netflix was founded in fucking 97. Is that
What?
true?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah,
Probably
They-
just the DVD
Seems
version.
that
It
old.
was like
Huh.
they would ship DVDs to you. So you'd set up like it was like GameFly.
Okay.
GameFly, like what you do is you set up a queue on their site, and they send it to you. And when you send it back, they send you the next one.
It's like
Dude,
Redbox or
Gamefly
Yeah,
was
whatever.
the
Yeah.
shit. Gamefly was so dope.
Was it?
I wouldn't have time for GameFly now.
I had
It's like
Gamefly in high school.
it's like with that, I feel like I already spent most of my time with a couple games, and I don't really feel like there's not even enough that I even want to play right now.
Well, I think I liked it mostly because I had like every console back then. I had a 360, a
that's
PS3,
True.
a fucking Wii,
Bigger selection.
PS2, a Vita.
I wish game progress would carry over to other consoles.
It does. I mean,
Not really.
sometimes.
Like I wish. Like,
I mean, like Xbox to Xbox One, like that shit.
oh yeah,
move, like,
but I mean, like,
but no, like
I
from a
wish
different-
my Destiny 2 character would be on PS4 if I bought Destiny 2
Yeah, that's
on
true.
PS4.
Well,
honestly.
that's just the difference between Microsoft.
It
and
would
Sony.
be. I think it would be on Bungie's server end. You could probably do it through their servers, I would imagine.
Yeah, but Bungie has no part of like Sony, do they? I didn't think they were
but it's-
anything.
Well, they
correlated.
do have a deal with them, but it's. I mean, on PS4 you get like an extra strike or some shit. Like you get like one
I
extra.
didn't even know
fucking
that Destiny
feature.
was on PS4. That's interesting.
That's like their main console for it, technically.
Oh shit!
They get everything earlier.
It's on It's on PC
Oh,
too.
I forgot about that. They do too.
Have you seen it on PC?
It looks insane.
No. Oh,
It
it's
looks
yeah.
so good on
Yeah,
PC.
Wicked does.
It looks amazing.
It's gross.
But even if I had a PC though, the thing is like I'd have to start
That's-
a character over.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, the 1 hour.
That's what's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
If you want fucking 60
like a-
frames, that's at least $800.
Yeah. Well, plus 800 hours of gameplay trying to build your
I
character
guess.
back up.
Yeah,
Get all the weapons that I have.
but
and
I
shit.
get what you mean. There should be like, yeah, if you're like
It should be one account based.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like I don't know. Like I feel like because it's connected to your Bungie, it's connected to your gamer tag, and you sign into Destiny 2 servers.
Yeah.
So if you could just connect your PS4 like account to your Bungie thing as well,
I don't know.
then they could be able to do it. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't know the technicals. So,
Fucking hard drives and shit.
but if every console could do that kind of shit and transfer your save data to other consoles, I think it would help. Because I know a lot of people have multiple consoles nowadays.
I think it'd be sweet if they brought back floppy disks.
Yeah,
I don't think that would be very.
those were so useful.
I don't think it would be.
How
too
many
prudent.
megabytes were those?
Like,
They weren't even a
they
gig.
were megabytes.
Are you serious? Were they kilobytes?
I'm serious. Yeah.
Are you fucking
Dude, kilobyte
shitting
is a
me?
word I haven't heard in so long. Remember when fucking
Well, I see it when I download shit.
when
right? Every once in a
PS2
while.
Yeah.
memory cards were 8 megabytes, and you would get you would spend $20 for the maximum, and it was 32 megabytes
That's
for the
fucked
biggest memory card.
Yeah,
I
actually
miss.
do.
And you could never fill it up, dude. You could not fill one of those up. Don't even tell me you could.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was impossible.
I miss having the
Yeah.
PS2 memory cards and just like scrolling through all my
fucked,
fucking
man.
save
The little
files.
animations?
Yeah,
I love the Jack and Daxter one. Daxter's just got his arms crossed. He's tapping his foot on the ground.
and then you'd bring it over to someone's house and forget it.
Floppy
and all
disks
your
were
shit's
1.4 megabytes.
How many
1.4.
megabytes?
1.4.
That's awesome.
I don't even remember a time where like they were like I don't even know what I would have used them for.
AOL.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what we used them for. Oh, we also had Kodak. If you wanted to, you couldn't print pictures in the regular like Microsoft Word. You had to put in the Kodak floppy disk, and then print your pictures through that.
I wonder why they don't still do that. Seems
Fucking, I feel like AOL would be even too big for a floppy disk.
It was the startup software, so it was like the executable.
Oh.
And then I remember you had to put other floppy disks in to activate it. It was like installing a game. like I remember installing Diablo 3 on my laptop, and it was like 5 disks, and I had
Yeah.
to sit there
and keep
fuck?
switching them out.
and that was in like 2010.
Yeah, wow. That's
Isn't that
cool.
nuts?
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time. I wonder what the last game that was multiple discs is. That came like the most recent game that was multiple discs.
I don't know. I had Battlefield 3. I still fuck with that game every now and then.
Is that
Battlefield
multiple
3.
disks?
They had one for. Well, it wasn't. I think they did one for campaign and one for multiplayer. Yeah,
But that's still.
one for co-op and multiplayer, and then the other one was just campaign.
Oh, you know what else did it was Halo 3 Mythic or whatever. ODST or some
ODST
shit.
did that.
Because they had the Halo 3 multiplayer.
The
on
one desk was just multiplayer and Forge.
Oh, yeah.
And the other was the ODST campaign.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy because now you have the Master Chief Collection, which has not only the ODST campaign, but all of the other fucking 1, 2, and 3 and 4
and
campaigns.
Reach.
And Reach coming. Well, they haven't done it yet,
Well,
but they're
yeah,
going
but-
to.
And then all of the Forge modes.
And all of the multiplayer modes.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason I played Halo ODST anyway was just for the Halo like 3 achievements.
Yeah.
Just to go back and fucking play more Halo 3.
I liked ODST.
I like playing Firefight with
It wasn't
Steve Wade,
bad.
dude.
I feel like I liked
that it
Reach
was-
more than ODST though.
I liked how like dark it was and like how it was more and you weren't like a Spartan. You didn't feel
True.
like overpowered or anything.
They didn't have it. Oh yeah, they did. They didn't have like BRs in that game. They had like
No, the BR wasn't in it.
assault rifles and stuff, but
I liked how it was like a little bit grittier and darker and shit.
it was different. It,
was
played differently
short.
too.
It wasn't super long. I mean, it played a lot like Halo 3, but it was a little like the
I just
pistol.
felt different.
The pistol was cool because it did no
It
damage
had a
at all.
scope on it, didn't it too?
Yeah, but
You could zoom
but
with
it
it.
didn't do any damage unless they had no shield. Like so, it would just you would pull it out for headshots
Yeah.
basically.
It was dope against grunts and jackals.
Yeah.
I remember that shit, dude. I remember freaking
Clearing out
birthday
with
cake
the pistol.
popping grunts.
Yeah, that
It was
cool.
kind of cool that it was a little bit more open worldy too. Like you could kind of roam to certain areas and shit. Halo was never really like that. It was always really linear.
that one fucking game we played that was hilarious. We had like all the skulls on.
Oh,
when Pauly
was that
here.
with Pauly?
Yeah, dude. Shit was we didn't have guns. We couldn't see the gun.
Yeah, in order to regenerate, we had to melee
And then we had to go back to like restart the whole level every time.
Well, there was the one we did where Seth and I literally tried for an hour and a half to get to the part where you fight the Scarab.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, that
what did
mission
you,
sucks.
You dropped me out of the
Something fucking happened.
no.
the
Hornet.
Hornet.
You dropped me out of the
Yeah.
Hornet, and I was carrying the fucking. I remember I jumped on, I killed a guy, I pulled off the plasma cannon, blew up the Scarab, and as it was blowing up, jumped back into the Hornet, and then
Yeah.
finished the level. It was all in like 45
Yeah.
seconds.
It was
feel
like,
like
a
you have
fucking.
to.
It was like a
It was
Tom
so
Cruise
good.
movie, dude.
It was so good, dude.
That's awesome.
That took so many tries.
Yeah, we did our own stunts too.
Yeah. And the first time we didn't even record it. we had to redo it. We only got like half of it. Then there was the one level where we kept getting lost. That was when we were doing the Let's Play.
Yeah. Oh, that was the silent cartographer.
Yeah. I hate that map, dude. I hate that level so
It's
much.
weird because you kind of have to go around the whole map like
It was like the
multiple
biggest
times.
level.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest Halo.
It's like
mission.
one big island, but like
Yeah.
you have to circle it at least once for during the whole mission.
Because it
That
has
was
to
such-
shift with you, doesn't it? Or something like that?
There's like a door that you have to open on the other side of the island, and then you have to come all the way back
There were,
around.
like portals and shit. Too.
Yeah.
Dude, that map made for such a good online map. It was sick as fuck.
Yeah, it
With
was
the
cool because
Banshees.
you could teleport to the top and then have a sniper and just
Yeah.
be sniping across
Capture
to
the
the
Flag
other
was
base.
dope on that fucking map.
Yeah, and then people would just have banshees and camp at the bases and just fucking
Even like what's the one where was it Blood Gulch? The one where they had two forts on each side, or one fort on each side.
Valhalla.
Yeah, it's the same map, but I like how fair that is. Like you can't,
Yeah.
you basically can't fucking get away
was
with any
Blood
bullshit.
Gulch in 1. It
Yeah.
was something else in 2. Coagulation or something. maybe?
Yeah, I think it was.
And then in 3 it was Valhalla, but it was a little different. In
With
Halo
the man
3.
I
cannons.
think they
Yeah.
made it bigger, and they made more like obstacles and shit. Fucking
It was like there was a
the crash
one
plane
main
and the
hill
rocks
in the
and shit.
middle. Then you had the like Spartan laser
They-
over on the side.
Yeah, they put more vehicles in though, like the fucking mongooses and shit.
I thought I don't know, the mongoose was cool for capture the flag because you could just drive somebody.
Oh, that mongoose mowdown challenge or that achievement was the hardest fucking thing in the world. Had to, run
splatter
someone over
people,
with
yeah.
a mongoose.
That was to get the recon
took
armor.
so long, dude.
And what's
How
funny
many
is
did
You had to be in
Dude.
Lone Wolves too.
you had to
free-for-all.
get like a shit ton of them. Like
Really?
a shit ton of
I thought
them.
it was just
one
one.
game?
I think so.
Huh.
No, maybe it was just one.
But it
either
was,
way,
still
it was still
hard
impossible.
to fucking do. Like,
Yeah. I don't even know how I did it. I might have cheesed it somehow.
you have to have someone who's already about to die.
No, you know what I did?
you can't kill
is
him.
I looked for somebody who also needed the achievement,
Oh, you
and we met
fucking-
up in a fucking game, and we just ran each other over with mongoose. I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna get this
Fuck
achievement.
it, yeah, I actually did it legit, but it was such a long
There
time
was
ago.
no way.
that
I was
so
gonna
proud
just
of it.
die too many times if I tried to do that.
Yeah,
I remember doing that with Sam Sapka in fucking Modern Warfare 2, and we had to do the
Mongoose?
all pro challenge. where you get 2 headshots with 1 bullet.
Oh, that one
And
sucks.
we did that, and then I'm not even kidding you, the next game we're playing, and Sam does it legitimately. And we were so fucking pissed, because it took us so long to try and get into each other's game.
Hilarious.
Getting the nukes was hilarious.
Yo, I used to get those legit, like, oh my god, that shit was fun. The intensity,
Dude,
though.
EMPs were the best,
Like,
man.
you're at the 24th kill and you're fucking, like, sweating. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I remember
dude.
there was one game where,
They don't have kill streaks like that anymore, dude.
no, they're the point streaks now.
Even, like, PUBG doesn't get me that intense about, like... I don't know, dude. There was something about it. The fact that you're, like... You're
I
almost
never
done with
got
the
that
fucking game.
intense into COD.
It is intense, PUBG, but it's just a lot of the time I'm fucking bored. I'm waiting for the circle to close, and I'm just fucking like, I wish a nigga would run up on me. You know what I mean? Like that's what it would be like.
Jesus.
Come on,
It just
run
gets
up,
boring.
homie.
It just gets boring, dude.
One time.
But half the time I just fucking quit, dude. I'll just
Well, it's
I
'cause
can't
you-
sit in this
it's-
building
Yeah, it's because that's how you
for
play, though.
30 minutes. Fuck this.
But that's how you choose to play it, though.
Well, it's the safest way to play it, though. It's
Yeah,
definitely
but
like
it's the most boring, too.
yeah, but you don't fuck. I'd rather be bored than die.
Yeah,
though.
but do you win often, though? That's the thing.
Huh?
Do you win that often, though?
No,
doing that?
I never.
That's what
win,
I mean.
Dude.
It's like most of the time, the best thing to do is to be like just outside the circle,
I usually get
enough where you have to move towards it, so you can also loot things along the way.
I get fucking top 10 a lot, but I don't ever fucking win, dude. It's
Right.
just
I mean, at a certain point,
PUBG.
maybe like within the last 20, that's when you want to fucking.
I do
you know,
good with
sit-
the vehicles,
sit down
dude.
a little
I'll
bit.
get a buggy, and I'll usually like stay alive for a decent amount of time.
Yeah,
getting a vehicle.
I like finding a
you're
fucking,
hard to shoot.
like a UAV and just driving.
Yeah,
If you can just just collect like 6 gas tanks and
Yeah.
then just drive around for the entire game.
can you hold 6 gas tanks?
You can hold as
I think you can hold a
many as you
ton.
want.
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
know that, dude. I thought you could only hold 1. That's hilarious.
Just get a level 3 backpack and like 20 gas tanks
Yeah.
and just
We
drive
did
around
that
the
the
map.
game when it was me, you, Gary, and Paul. Was that when we all 4 of us had buggies?
What's the biggest vehicle?
Remember that game?
I don't even know
Do you
how that
remember
works.
that? We told you about that, right?
Yeah.
Where all 4 of us had buggies and we were just turboing through the map.
We
blaring
fucked it
our
up. I don't know
horns.
how we fucked it up, but I don't know how you
got
could
hooked
fuck
on to,
oh, we
Gary.
got stuck. Yeah,
and
we
then
got stuck
I ended
together.
up.
We were
my
out in
wheel,
an open field. and there
Yeah,
was a
my
bunch of
wheel
people.
popped and I crashed, and I ran and hid, and I literally hid like 10 feet away from a dude in a ghillie suit. He just ran up and killed me. And then Gary, either Gary or the other guy we were with. It wasn't Paul. I don't think it was Paul. It was some other
No,
dude.
it was Steel.
Steele. Roy.
T. Steelman.
Yeah. And
True.
he made it a little further. The best one was when we played, and we dropped in that one part, and we looted that whole house, and you and I each had like a fucking like an M14.
Do you remember the fucking?
And we placed the car there and had the door.
yeah, I
open.
was just gonna say the fucking the car trap.
We had the car as a decoy, so they'd go to the car and then see that the doors were open in the other building right across from us, and we were in third person, so we could see everything. And then
Yeah.
as soon as they went to get in the car, Sean and I would pop up and kill everybody. Then we get back down. It happened like 3 times in one
yeah,
game.
we would just go to different houses and do the same thing.
Drop a car off, park, like look across the freaking
Make it
Oh,
look
yeah,
like we
just-
were in the other building.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you can do that pretty good. There's some really good traps you can bait people with.
Yeah.
Especially with those crates. Like if you find
Well-
a crate that drops and you have a building that you can see it from, you can just snipe everybody that's trying to pick up that crate.
It's just so easy to hide in that fucking game too.
Yeah.
Even when you're inside, dude, you're looking around, people can hear you coming, but you don't like know where the fuck they are. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
There was a one-man squad game I had where I dropped at that same spot, looted it, closed all the doors, and then went up on the hill, and there's a bush there that completely encapsulates you. And I just crouched in there and just watched the whole time.
Yeah.
And I didn't even attack. I think I made it to like 10 or 11. But
I love the fact that you can just close all the doors in a building and someone just thinks it's not been looted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're like sitting in
You're
the
waiting.
bathtub.
Oh yeah, I do
waiting
that.
for
I lay in the bathtub sometimes. It's
and
fucking
they still
hilarious.
loop, even if like they walk in and see there's nothing there, they still go through every
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. Fucking, I like where the, you know those little huts with the decks on the side? Mm-hmm. And then you'll find shit around there. I like to just lay on those, and there's one that's like around the school, so you can just fucking snipe everyone that's in the school. and it's such a sick spot,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
It's
about.
fucking dope. That's where I like to fucking chill.
Oh, the like.
If I'm camping anywhere, it's like up on one of those. Yeah, dude. You're like outside of the school. You know how the
Those, like,
school's
never
like
have
down in like a
anything-
courtyard.
They never have anything in them though. That's the problem. Those octagon.
Yeah, because
shaped
everyone
houses.
fucking goes there. Like you have to just kind of go your own way.
Well, I always like to go to. There's a building like outside of the school, like over by the apartments, and if you go over there, like no one ever goes there,
Yeah.
and you can see all the apartments from there and shit, so you can snipe.
Yeah, I
them
like
from
to get
there.
up high. It's fucking dope. But it's just hard as fuck because you have to like predict your shot. You can't just shoot straight at them
Yeah,
and
that's
expect the wind to not. Or you're, like, what the fuck is it? The fucking
it's
distance.
just like a
You have to
bullet
zero
drop
your
sort
gun
of
too.
thing. It's kind of like
Oh.
Battlefield does the same thing.
It's just a lot you have to fucking pay attention to, dude.
I like that though.
And then when you fucking pick up a gun, you always have to switch it to fucking auto. Otherwise,
Then you shoot. Otherwise, you shoot once.
otherwise
and then
they'll make
they
a YouTube video
spray
making
you.
fun of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys were hilarious. I don't know. I like it better than Fortnite, man.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
I can't
and
do Fortnite, dude.
I can't stress that to some people. Just like they don't understand, dude. that
Well, it's
fucking-
because they don't have PUBG probably. Because Fortnite's free. Everybody
That's
gets
true.
Fortnite because it's free and
Is
it's
it
on
still
everything.
free? I thought I saw it for like $20.
There's a different.
Unless
there's-
it's an expansion or
there's
some bullshit.
Fortnite was an actual game, and
yeah,
you could buy
it was
it.
supposed to be a survival game where
Yeah.
you play like each day and build up your clan. And you and like it's like I don't know if it was every day or just every time you got on.
Yeah.
Your
But-
village or whatever you were building, like a bunch of buildings would get attacked
Yeah,
by
Yeah.
zombies. It was like zombies
like
in
Minecraft.
Minecraft. You get attacked by
But
by
they
Minecraft.
saw PUBG and they were like, "Well, let's just do that."
Did
that.
they? Well,
Yeah.
what came out first? Did,
PUBG was out
PUBG.
first,
Technically H1Z1.
but it's the same guy.
Yeah, you're
he
right.
Was
And
working.
H1Z1.
H1Z1 was pretty old too. That was around for
Yeah.
quite a while.
Yeah. They did. That guy was on Ethan's podcast there, H3. The
Who?
guy,
Player
PUBG
Unknown.
creator.
Oh,
He was on
That's
there, and they talked about how H1Z1 was like the first thing he worked on, and then he split and went to do his own thing, and that was PUBG. And it's more or less the same game, but
concept. Yeah.
it's more obviously it's more polished and shit, which it actually isn't bad at all.
Dude,
now
I
on
just
console.
hate how they still tell you when you fucking get on that, oh, this is just the whatever. We haven't finished the full fucking game yet. And it's just like, when? are
They
you
just finished. They actually just like I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, put out the main release, like the actual release on PC. So like really, it's so weird that they released it so early in development.
Well, on PC they can do anything they want to.
Yeah.
On it's console, it always
But on
takes
console,
longer.
it's still technically like a beta.
I thought it was like a preview or early access or something.
Yeah, it's a game preview or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where it keeps getting updated, but now it's like it's almost too late. Like they need to get shit out now and start getting people playing
And Fortnite is kind of already
because Fortnite's
people-
gotten there because it was
people are getting
polished.
sick of it already too.
Yeah. Well, Fortnite was also like actually fully developed
Well, yeah.
when it was
Especially when you have
released.
a company like Epic working on it.
Yeah.
What are you
They
supposed
have
to do?
way more people than this little studio
Yeah.
that PUBG's being created by.
Yeah.
I think there's certain elements to it that like they probably could sue over, realistically. But
Well, someone told me they're probably wrong. In fact, I hope they're wrong. They said the same fucking people that made Fortnite made PUBG, but I guess
no, it's not.
no.
Epic Games did Fortnite, and it's like Gears of War creators and shit. Not the same team, obviously, but it's the
Right.
same publisher
Yeah.
or same developer. But
They also
PUBG
made
was
Unreal Tournament.
yeah.
Yeah, that game was fucking
PUBG's like
dope.
it was a smaller studio. What is it called? Blue Hole or something?
Blue Hole.
Yeah.
What?
And they make mobile games.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's their thing. I have to turn this off.
Well, they made it on
Fucking
mobile,
freezing
so
to death.
Mobile games as in what? Like,
Like phone games.
yeah.
oh yeah, fuck that.
And like Facebook games.
I didn't even think mobile gaming was like, people don't play PSPs or anything anymore, so it's like
Fuck no. People,
DSs, I guess, some people.
3DS and then the Vita.
Switch.
The Vita sort of
The
existed.
Switch is pretty new. But yours is the only one I've ever seen. Like I haven't. I
the
don't
only one that
fucking.
exists.
Nobody like. Yeah,
Nobody else our age has one that I know of.
that's what I mean.
Besides Wes. And probably Dave Peel. Yeah, definitely Dave Peel.
I think more people will be buying it once some of the games come out that are coming out soon.
Smash.
Yeah. Mario Party. And when the main series Pokemon game comes out next year, that shit's definitely going to sell. It's going to definitely move consoles for sure. Pokemon, the Let's Go game comes out next month, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's such a weird, that's a controversial thing. Like a lot of Pokemon fans don't like it because it uses like it uses the Pokemon Go catch mechanic, but everything else is like a remake of Pokemon Yellow.
You need to make Pokemon Snap again, dude. That game was fucking awesome.
I think
Wait,
Pokemon
what?
Snap. It's
So when you take pictures and you fucking throw fucking apples and shit at them.
yeah. You throw apples and then those weird balls that
Fucking
blow
hilarious,
up with
though,
like
dude.
blue shit, like whatever that was.
I don't. think
And then they
I
had
barely-
Stadium.
I barely played Pokemon Snap. I didn't like it.
They had
I had-
Stadium.
I'm pretty
Stadium
sure I
was the shit.
maxed out the Pokedex and Snap, except for Mewtwo. I don't think you can
never
get
beat
Mewtwo.
that.
I
But
played the
Mew-
shit out of some Pokemon Stadium, dude.
But there were, this Pokemon Stadium was huge.
I
They had
never
so many
could
different little
get
game
Stadium 2. I could never fucking like every time
Oh,
I
really?
found it, it was too expensive.
Oh yeah.
And
No,
there
you
was
probably
Pokemon
can't find
when
it
Coliseum.
Stadium 2 came out, it was when Coliseum came out.
Yeah,
Is that what you just
Coliseum was on the GameCube,
said?
right?
Yeah, I had that one. I also had Gale of Darkness, Pokemon XD. Is that what it was?
I have no idea what that is.
Pokemon XXL.
Extra large.
Extra large
Yeah, you have to
Pokemon.
fight like the other dimension, and like it's Dark Lugia, and like he invades, and he's like,
What?
yeah, dude, yeah, and what the
Dark
fuck is,
Lugia.
what's the bad guy? What's the dragon's name from fucking Skyrim called?
Alduin or something.
Alduin, yeah.
Alduin.
He's like Alduin. He shows up from a different dimension, and he's just like, I'm gonna fuck your entire planet up. Hopefully a 10-year-old with perseverance doesn't fucking defeat me. That's every Pokemon
What a
game.
dick move by Dark Lugia. Not a big fan of Dark Lugia.
I don't know,
What?
dude.
I don't know what his deal is. That's the Pokemon games were like very grindy, number one. Like you had to spend a lot of time to level everything. And I also felt like once I finished the campaigns, there was not really much left to do. Besides like fill your Pokedex, which like no one did. No one really spent
No.
the time to fill their Pokedex.
No.
I mean, now I kind of wish I did because they have that Pokemon Bank thing, so you can transfer like your whatever you catch in this game to the next,
Mhm.
which kind of eliminates a lot of the like fresh like Pokedex entries and shit. But I mean, still, you carry over your library of shit into the next game.
Yeah.
And what's cool about Pokemon games is that you can't just use your level 100 shit right off the bat. Like you have to earn badges and
Yeah.
defeat like specific things to
I
use this
learned
level.
that the hard way.
Yeah,
I
like
had-
because when you transfer your level 100 Mewtwo to your next game,
Yeah, I had
you can't use it.
what did I have? In one of the, I think it was Omega Ruby. You can only catch a Gibble in one place, and Garchomp is my favorite.
Oh yeah,
So I went back to Pokemon X.
I want to try one of those too.
Pokemon X, and I caught a Gibble. And then I was like, while I'm here, I might as well grind him. And I got him to be a Gabite, and he was like at level 28. So I transferred over, and I couldn't use him. And by the time I could use him, I ended up getting level 1 Gibble anyway.
Yeah,
And since I caught it with my actual character, because what's weird is that if you transfer it with the bank, it loses, what's the word?
like the IVs.
Not the IVs, but it's like, it has like the love meter, where the
Oh,
friendship
like a
meter,
friendship type
it resets
thing.
it.
Yeah.
So if your friendship with it isn't high enough, it won't do anything. But
Right, it'll loaf around, or it'll ignore its trainer.
Yeah, I definitely didn't play enough of those games, dude. That's for sure.
yeah, the newer ones are really good. I really like them.
Yeah,
I
think it's just there's a barrier because they're all on handheld consoles.
mhm.
And, like, a lot of people
But
don't
they're
have
kind of
them.
meant to, though. They always were, weren't they? They were
That's
always-
why
Yeah,
Switch is
That's
like
the Game Boy,
Boys.
like, yeah.
that's why the Switch is
cool.
perfect for it, because it's like it's a handheld, but you also can play it on the big screen.
It's like
I
a-
know a lot of people want to play it
Yeah.
on the big screen.
I know a
so-
lot of people that have a Switch that are online, obviously, that I've like read about that exclusively use it as a handheld. They don't even dock it.
Mhm.
They dock
Yeah,
it to
I
charge
barely
it.
ever used the on the screen. I played Breath of the Wild on the big screen, but that was it, really.
Mhm.
I mean, most of the time I just grab it and play it.
Yeah, that Zelda game was cool as fuck.
That was a
Breath of the
good
Wild.
game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at an hour now, so
Might as well just keep going because I'm leaving at like 5:45.
keep going.
If you want to just keep it, make it an hour and a half, or do you want to do 2
We don't
parts?
have anything else to talk about, though, do we?
Oh,
What have we?
Oh, we'll find shit to talk about. We will find shit to talk. We gotta
Watch
take a
your
break.
dick.
though.
I just want to smoke. I was looking forward to being able to rip this thing. That's all.
All right, well, rip that thing.
And if
out.
you turn the mic off, it won't be so loud.
Clear Shots is available on any of your favorite podcast platforms. ClearShotsPodcast.com is the best place to find all of our social media links. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.